Hi everyone, I'm Porky. This is a rather important video, so it will lack fancy editing and animations. I'm also just recording my voice and not my face, so I can make sure my points are clear. Now, the subject I'm about to talk about has a lot of videos on it on YouTube already, but the reason I'm making one myself is to serve as a public service announcement to my music producer friends in the Eurobeat community. I want to talk about AI generated images and artwork, what exactly it is, the ethics behind it, why it shouldn't be used for your album art, and ways to spot an AI generated image. 3 times so far, a Eurobeat producer has purchased an image off of a stock website, used it as their album art, and were unaware that the image was AI generated, causing fans to get upset. Now, I don't blame you guys. I understand this technology is new and hard to understand. That's why I'm making this video, to put this technology into perspective, not just for Eurobeat producers, but really for anyone who might not really know what's going on. With the advancements in AI in recent years, a new type of artificial intelligence has exploded not only in popularity, but in intricacy and accuracy as well. These are AI generated images, completely fake photos that were generated by a computer. They can take many forms. They can look like a realistic photo of a landscape or a politician, or they can imitate the artwork of Dr. Seuss. These types of images can be generated with ease. Simply type a prompt into any image generation software and boom. On a surface level, it is admittedly a fascinating and brilliant piece of technology, but below the surface, these image generators are unethical and have been detrimental to the works of artists, writers, photographers, and many more. Similar software also poses a threat to music producers and vocalists as well. To understand why these things are so bad, you need to understand exactly how they work. In order for an AI to successfully be able to generate an image, it needs to learn. The way it learns is by analyzing real images and copying aspects of them. Each AI generated image is like a jigsaw puzzle built with pieces of hundreds, if not thousands, of real world photos, sewn together in a way that is practically invisible to the human eye. A computer cannot create something like a human can. It can only mimic. It is not actually making anything. So, where does it get these photos it can copy from? That's where it gets questionable ethically. A lot of AI generation software like Midjourney simply scan Google Images or art portfolio websites whenever it receives a prompt. It will generate by copying what it sees there, but this often goes without the knowledge, consent, and certainly without any compensation to the artists and photographers who uploaded the images the AI copied from. Essentially, this technology is built on their work, and more often than not, they will not see a single penny of the money made from it. You see, not only do people sell AI generated images, but these softwares typically have a premium option where a user could pay money to receive more prompts, different image sizes, and more. Most of this time, this money only goes to the developers of the software and not the artists the software needs to be able to function in the first place. With this knowledge, I hope you can understand why using such images for things like your album art is not a good idea. There's also the potential of legal troubles. Because this technology is new, the law has yet to catch up with it, but it's only a matter of time before it does. What's not to say that in the future, an artist might sue you for selling an album where the cover was AI generated using their work as a base. I need to mention that, at least in the United States, any image not made by a human cannot be copyrighted. I'm not sure if there's other similar laws in other countries like Italy, but I'm just throwing it out there. Also, this is more opinion based, but an AI generated album cover just looks really cheap. Like, to be blunt, it makes you look like you didn't give a fuck. Like you were too lazy to get a human artist, and if you were that lazy, then what does that say about your music itself? Now, if you hear all of this and still say, hey, I don't care about that, this AI art stuff sounds convenient and I'm gonna use it, you will not only lose my respect, but also the respect of many of your fans. Those fans would also refuse to purchase any of your music going forward. So, if morality isn't a reason to be against it, the simple risk to your business should be. This is a bit of a tangent, but in my personal opinion, I think Eurobeat producers should seek out the work of their artistic fans more often. There are many creative people in this community who are all perfectly capable of creating a brilliant custom image for your albums. Many would likely even give you a discount. I also encourage producers that, if money is an issue, to seek out images from free stock image sites like Pixabay. Because they're free to use, there's less likely to be AI generated scam images on them. Not that they're not there, but they're more rare. My final word before I want to get into how to spot an AI generated image is to simply pay attention to what you're buying. You don't just have AI to worry about. Sometimes things can be stolen, and if you use a stolen image for your album art, that's a nasty can of worms to open. Getting back on track though, I am not putting any blame on somebody who accidentally purchased an AI generated image under the impression that it was made by a person. I understand that many people are completely lost on how to tell if an image even is AI generated. So, here's some pointers. These don't apply 100% of the time, but if you keep these in mind, you'll be mostly successful at knowing what to avoid so you don't accidentally waste your money by purchasing one. Number 1. This is the biggest giveaway, but also the most broad. AI generated images are weirdly clean. They're flawless in a way that doesn't make sense. A person's skin will lack pores, blemishes, acne, etc. Nature will appear too neat, lacking the scars of the elements found in real landscapes. Animals will have no dirt in their fur, and the fur itself might seem to blend together. It goes on. Look out for stuff that is too smooth and spotless. Number 2. AI struggles to make eyes symmetrical. It also struggles to make other facial features symmetrical, but I'm focusing on eyes. Take, for example, this image used for Eurobeat Masters Volume 21. The first time an AI-generated image was accidentally used for album art. If you notice, the pupils in the eyes are completely different sizes. Sometimes, even if the pupils are the same size, the eye color will be different, or there will be light reflection from two different sources that just doesn't make any sense. Number 3. Objects in an AI-generated image tend to blend in together in an unnatural way. Taking Eurobeat Masters 21 as an example again, you can see the eyelashes weirdly blending in with the wires on the headphones. In other images, this could also be clothes and jewelry blending together, leaves blending in with the landscape, and many more. Number 4. Proportions and shapes of body parts will be off. While AI has been getting better at this recently, if you know how the human body is supposed to look, it's really easy to spot upon a closer look. Sometimes hands will look weird. They could have too many fingers or not enough. Body parts will be too big, or too small, or just plain missing. And of course, going off the last point, sometimes they'll blend together. And when it comes to animals, sometimes legs and tails become switched around or blended together or duplicated. Lastly, number 5. My final point is to generally look out for other oddities. In most types of art, even if something is a little more abstract, you can still mostly tell what it's supposed to be. But AI can't understand abstract ideas. When it replicates it, it creates something that simply doesn't make sense and doesn't look like any real thing. It can be very subtle, but also one of the easiest dead giveaways that something is AI generated. Alright, that is my little rant on AI generated images. I hope this has helped people understand more about this technology. Here's to hoping someday it isn't so exploitative. I want to let any Eurobeat producer know, no. I want to let any musician or author watching this know that if you found an image you want to use in the cover of your album or your book, and you're unsure if it's AI generated, just send it to me. I will be more than happy to help anyone out. You can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, or you can email me. Well, thank you all for watching, and take care of yourselves.